Hello everybody, how are you doing? Welcome back to the Spencer Arms. Right, I've actually changed some clothes because I've been wearing the same clothes every single night, just chilling out when I've got back and done what I've done. So I thought to myself, you know what? I always wear me Shedfest sort of t-shirts and Alien Audio t-shirts and things. So I've just bombed on this jacket. You've seen me this lots of time. But yeah, out at 6 o'clock this morning, just finished, and it's like 20 past 7 now, so I've had something to eat. And I've come down to Spencer Arms for a little bit of me time, a little bit of chill time, while Mrs. Speno sits at the house, bless her, with a foot in the air. She's had an operation on her foot. Having to make sure she's okay. She looks after me a lot, so I've got to make sure she's okay. But she's fine with me coming down here while she just watches a bit of telly. I can come and chill out. Much needed chill time to tell you about a few beers. So I was in Adsa the other day. Now, you know on this channel I don't normally bring a lot of supermarket beers. However, I was in Asda. I've got 4 beers to show you here, but there's one I'm definitely going to bring you right now. So I picked this up, Brewdog's Triple Hazy Jane. I've never had the Triple Hazy Jane. Now, I'm not a massive fan of Brewdog, but however, the Punk IPA I had recently was quite good. I ain't had one for a long while, but I've always been a fan of the Hazy Jane. I do like Hazy Jane. It is probably it is my favourite Brewdog beer that they do. So the triple one at 9.5% as a New England IPA. Wow, that's going to hit the spot. Then Neon Raptor. Now, I can't find this on that because I didn't keep the receipt actually, but these are all on the 4 for 3. So Neon Raptor, a fantastic brewery, Button Masher, New England IPA, 6%. I'm going to do probably 2 reviews tonight. So the first one will be totally sober. And then look at this, Neon Raptor, 6% IPA, the Terminator. Absolutely brilliant can art, love that. Like I say, I picked these up in Asda, but I couldn't find the Button Masher, but it is apparently in Morrison's as well. But the one I want to do now, the one I want to talk about now, is a brewery that I've just been introduced to by getting this beer from Asda. Like I say, these are on the 4 for 3. And it's this, Signature Brew, beer, brew, music. First of all, can art, fantastic. Shame it's not a label, but absolutely fantastic can art. Now, it's a can art and a story after my own heart. Being a musician, a beer drinker and a musician. These are an independent brewery, member of SEBA, award-winning brewery, and their beers are in Asda. Now this was £2.26 of your pennies for a nice session 4.3% session IPA. So I've looked on the website, let me just tell you, so this is so interesting. Well, I find it really interesting, I hope you will. So at Signature Brew, we make beer that makes music better, crafting an award-winning range of music-inspired beers in a state-of-the-art brewery by day and a legendary live music venue by night. Whoa! Straight away, you got my vote. Honest to God. Since forming back in 2011 during the craft beer revolution, we've collaborated with more musicians than any other brewery on the planet. That is absolutely outrageously brilliant. Our commitment to brewing the highest quality, industry-defining beers as well as to the community and environment means we're the only brewery to have won SEBA's prestigious Brewery of the Year award twice, 2018 and 21. In an age where time comes at a premium, every moment counts, which is really true, and I've said that, every moment counts. But none more than those spent enjoying great music in good company. Signature Brew exists to ensure these times are never compromised from the moment the first beer hits to the moment the beat drops. What a fantastic website. I'm not going to go any more, but what a fantastic website there. So go and check out Signature Brew on the website. It's all there, and go and find out for yourself. So I've discovered these. Absolutely fantastic. Now then, let's see what the beer's like. Now, I mean, crikey. A brewery by day and a music venue by night. Wow, that's absolutely fantastic, that is, isn't it? Let's crack this open. It's been out the fridge. I didn't want it too cold. It's been out the fridge for about 20 minutes. So I wanted to make sure that it was nice, the right temperature. Smells very nice. Ooh, and I wasn't sure how that was pouring then, I wasn't sure whether that needed a little bit of aggression, but no, it absolutely fine. So Roadie IPA. Now, Roadie, what does a Roadie do? Roadie does all the lifting and the bulking and the carrying the kit and everything else. Personally, I've never had a Roadie myself. Well, I suppose when I say I've not had a Roadie myself, Mrs. Speno, when I've done a few gigs sometimes, she's been with me and she's carried a few bits and bobs. As an acoustic artist nowadays, I don't really take a lot of stuff when I've gone out gigging. But, you know, it's nice if you're at a pub and it's a bit like in the street and you've not got many places to park, going back and forth from the car is a bit of a pain. So like it's good to have a roadie. So yeah, Mrs. Speno has been a roadie for me. But honestly, the roadies, I think if you watch, there's a Status Quo. I can't even think of his name. Rick. Oh, crikey, I'm terrible with names, with musicians. But they was talking when they were rehearsing. They were talking. They set everything up in this rehearsal room, and then the roadies and all the crew pack it all away and take it to a gig. And then they do the gig, and then they pack it all away and take it to another gig. They're absolutely, without them guys, without the roadies, you know, you're stuffed on. And they just humbly say, we just turn up and play, basically. You know, so that's the humble musician. Unfortunately, Rick isn't. Is it Rick? He's not with us anymore. So yeah, great can art, lots of like sort of like knobs from amps on there, and not knobs here. Beer makes music better. What else? There's loads on this can. Loads on this can. Yeah, there's speakers. There's all like dials and knobs and things. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, absolutely brilliant can art. Stand it here so we can see. Look, yeah, it's a bit unprofessional in here. Look, oh my goodness me. Maybe there. There you go. You see it's on top of the well, the makeshift stand. Anyway, doesn't matter, does it? Right, beautiful looking beer, 4.3%, lots of aroma. Honestly, I can smell it even through that head. From the pour, I could smell that as I was pouring it. So really, really good aroma on this beer. Really sort of almost that orangey lemony smell. Speno always gets that. I always get that. I know it's a cliche and I always say it every single time. But if there's any citrus notes in there, that's what's hitting me. If you hear a bit of a squeak, my daughter always moans about it on these videos. I've got the heater on and it does for some reason squeak. I want to give it a bit of WD-40 or something. But yeah, she said it can be annoying, but I'm sorry, but it's bloody cold tonight and it's very damp as well. So anyway, waffling on. Beautifully looking, light sort of orange colour in the glass. Looks absolutely fantastic. Smells, even through that, smells really gorgeous. Really inviting. It smells refreshing. It smells sessionable. It smells like it's going to have a lot of flavour, but also going to be able to be nice and refreshing. And I really am ready for this. So cheers, everybody. Let's see what this is about. Ooh. Oh, crikey. Do you know what I love about that? Oh, that's got a hot malt hit straight away. That's got a lovely hit of flavour. All in one. Normally, I have to really pick out, oh my God, there's a love. Lots of people are going to get lots. When people talk about beers, you've got to watch a beer reviewer who likes the same sort of stuff as you do. Well, you ain't got to watch a beer reviewer, but if you want to be influenced by a beer reviewer and you want to watch somebody drink a beer and they like it, and you drink it and you like it, you know, it's almost like having that you and your mate like the same sort of humour, so you find the same comedy funny or the same funny. It's no good like not having the same humour. So I might think this beer is fantastic, you might think it's not, and then, you know, I might not be the person for you, but straight away out of the box with this. That is a beautifully Moorish, refreshing and Moorish all at the same time. That is giving almost an absolute toffee type of malt that just sits there at the same time as you get that nice citrusy sort of orangey citrusy hit. And it's not all orange, there's other citrus like that. not quite. I'm not going to say it's really tropical or anything like that. It's sort of citrusy, and then at the same time you get this sort of caramel almost come through. I'm not even sure what's in this beer, what malts are in this beer, what hops are in this beer, but all I know is that is absolutely fabulous. That is. The mouthfeel is really good. I love that malt balance. I just love how it really comes in at the same time. It's like you're having a toffee and an orange at the same time. It's like you've made a little orange and sort of lemony, pineapple-y type of drink, and then you're probably having a toffee as well at the same time. It's delightful. I'm surprised it's still in that glass because it's so nice to drink. Personally, I've noticed lately, and I think I'm going to bring a few more supermarket beers to the channel, and I'll tell you for why. I've always renowned myself for not leading myself into the reviewing every single supermarket beer that comes out. I want you to watch this and see me do like a 12% stout or like a 9% like dipper and things like that. Something that you might think, God, I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know that existed because I've been going to the supermarket and drinking all these supermarket beers, but there's a wide range of beers out there. I've sort of got a little bit bored with the hazy IPAs. It really has. I know that's a triple hazy Jane I've put up there, and I do still love the hazy IPAs. But then all of a sudden, you're getting a beer that just is a little bit different to the norm, and this really is a little bit different. And it's called Signature Brew, and I think it is a really signature brew. I think it really is a class sort of different brew, something that really stands out. It's one of those beers again that I could almost pick out as saying, I mean, in a couple of weeks' time, I will not be able to, if you know what I mean. But if, say, tomorrow we were drinking some beers and then this one came along and I was drinking it blind, I'd probably pick that out amongst all the normal sort of like session IPAs and hazy IPAs and things like that. This is got on it, I've seen it on here, it says pale and refreshing somewhere. Yeah, pale and refreshing. So pale as in colour, I would say, but also, even though it's a session IPA, I would say like it's got that nice sort of pale ale sort of type signature about it. Rather than it being like really hop forward and the malts are there to like calm them down, this is really a balanced, really balanced beer. I normally have to like do that. I normally have to take a sip and throw it down my neck before my nose, my smells swirling around my mouth and the aromas come and catch all the hop sort of like profile. But I don't need to do it with this. It's all in one. Absolutely fantastic. There's nothing, from what I can see or what I can feel, there's nothing false about any of them flavours in that beer. It's like they've got a nice malt base. It's a very nice mouthfeel as well. It really is a nice mouthfeel. And I think supermarket beers now, the breweries are putting some good supermarket beers out there now. They really are. It used to be that you go and have a supermarket beer and you think, yeah, it's lacking. It really is lacking. But now, I'm not so sure. I think this is probably one of their beers. I've not really looked much into their website other than that introduction. I wanted to have a little bit of introduction with them. I don't know where they're from, to be honest with you. Let me just find that out very quickly. So it took a little bit of digging, but they're from London, and they've got 3 venues in London. Whether or not each venue brews and turns into a music venue, I don't know, but that seems to be the premise. So check them out. I am certainly, I mean, I've got loads of beer and I've just ordered some more beers. And that's the problem about being a beer reviewer. You just want to order beers and get new beers and things. And I've not been that busy doing this lately, but I want to try and get back into it. But yeah, check them out. Absolutely fantastic. Can't fault the beer. It's a really lovely beer. And I will be at some point ordering some more from their website. Much love, everybody. Cheers.